Welcome to Live Edge, episode number next. We don't keep up with them because I can't keep up with them. My name's Matt.
I'm Amy.
And this is 731 Woodworks Live Edge. Welcome to the show.
That's off of Paul Blart, isn't it?
What?
Well, Vic.
Oh, welcome to the show. Do some shout outs real quick. First off, I knocked the stickers down.
He don't have it together tonight. He don't.
Man.
He don't.
Married Man sent me some stickers. I saw Married Man chatting earlier. Thank you, man. As soon as I order some, I'll hit you back. And then also, Mr. Patrick Woods from 829 Woodworks on Instagram, Facebook, etc. He said he knew that I like ambrosia maple, and so he put our logo on a live edge slab of ambrosia. So that looks pretty cool. Thank you.
Welcome back with us, Damon. Damon's been out for a while. Damon Barber is the Sawdust shop.
So I've been out in the shop today making her and my daughter a couple of stands. I put them on my Instagram story and the YouTube story if you want to check those out. They just go over their microwaves and set their coffee pots and stuff on top, so that kind of gives them more organization, space saving, looks pretty, that kind of thing.
Drop those states.
Yeah, be sure to let us know where you're from. We took a trip up to Working the Grain Hardwoods in Bentonville, Arkansas. It's about a 4.5 hour one-way drive, so it was about a 9-hour ride. And we stayed up there for 5 hours or so. I think we may have squatted a little bit on Mr. Martin, his wife. But we had Miss Leah. We had a really good time up there, and just great people. If you get a chance to check out Working the Grain Hardwoods, and
got to meet all three of their sons,
all their kids. It was just, he's got a really nice store with a lot of selection there. And I've got a video while we were up there. He was kind enough to do a video with us to sit down and kind of explain and try to help ease some anxiety about going to a hardwood store. I know personally that was the first time I've actually went to a hardwood store, and I've ordered online, but I've not actually went into a store, mainly because I was intimidated to do so. And I think a lot of people feel that way. You're just kind of nervous about going there because I didn't want to look like no big dummy or look like an idiot because I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't know what I was looking at. I didn't want to go in there and, yep, that's a good solid piece of wood there. I have no idea. So Mr. Mark is a wealth of information. I can't wait for you guys to see this video because I think it's going to calm your fears or even make you a little more comfortable with visiting either your local dealer or checking him out online at his website. So really cool. Yep. I felt like I just talked a lot.
That's okay.
Mr. Damon, I used dowels. And to that, last night, I ordered a Dowel Max from their website, Dowel Max. If you've...
Cofferama.
Sorry, brother.
Instead of Spinderella. It's Cofferama tonight.
Prayers for Brother Riv and his wife.
It's a cough.
Some type of cough.
A cough sucks.
Hey, BMW 37. There's your fist bump. Tangent alert. Did I turn you? I forgot. Hey, Matthew Kircher. That's awesome, man. I'm actually going to be on their Shapeco's podcast coming up this week, or I don't know when they'll release it, but I've got a Thursdays when we're recording it, and kind of, I guess, getting the feel from where I'm at and with the Shapeco. And it's been trial and error, but I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it, but not programming, just taking files from other people or, even our logo I did. And it's really cool to get out there and just kind of mess around. I really wanted to get out there and do more this week than I've been able to. Hopefully tomorrow I can start batching out a few things.
I think I kind of threw them off today by having those built. And I think they took longer than he thought they would, but y'all, they're so pretty. Not
really longer than I thought they would, but I just enjoyed, I didn't make a video because it's just a simple, just two boards here, one board here, just doweled them together, sanded them down good, chamfered the top edges and put some Odie's oil on there. But I was taking my time with the dowels because, as y'all know, on this desk, it was off quite a bit. So I wanted to make sure they come out right. So I was really taking the time. And that's one of the main reasons I ordered the Dowel Max, was because it's so precise and so easy from what the videos I've seen of how well it works. With that said, when I ordered it, Dalmax reached back out to me and asked if they could send me one to use on the channel. And of course I agreed because, I mean, I already bought it, but they were really good to me. So
yes, Phantom 4, we are really live right now.
We're live. This is real life.
Totally real life right now. Actually, we pre-recorded it a week ago, and we just got your message.
We're kidding. We're kidding.
Married man says it's as live as it gets.
Yep. But the main reason, I'm going to reveal a little secret. The main reason that I bought the Dalmax, among a whole lot of other stuff over the last couple of weeks, we've been like pitching money out the window. You ever seen that picture? What's that video with the girl throwing money out the window?
Yeah.
It felt like that last couple weeks.
It's sort of what he does when I go shopping without him or something. He'll send me that and he'll say, "Women be shopping." Mm-hmm.
But so
it's been him. He's been shopping.
I've been planning, we've been planning
Becca says we only party live.
That's right. I've been planning to build I want to build an epic, awesome outfeed table / assembly table. I want to call it a workbench, but it's not traditionally a workbench. However,
Lloyd Wagner.
Hey, Lloyd. However, so back up just a little bit before I go off on a tangent. The workbench that I'm building.
On a tangent anyway.
I actually ordered casters for it to move around, and I was like, I really want, and so I ordered some leveling feet so that I could get it level in there. What I want, and it's going to have T-tracks in it.
You have not finished.
And it's going to have drawers and storage.
Baby, what I want.
And other storage.
I love you.
And so what I want is it to be an awesome, epic build. So with that in mind, me and Mr. Mark from Working the Grain Hardwoods have been talking back and forth, as well as a couple of other people, about how to do it and how to make it awesome. And so that's why we went to Bentonville, was to pick up supplies to build the workbench. And we got Baltic birch, plywood. First time I've ever bought that stuff, and it's awesome so far. It looks awesome. I haven't cut it or anything. It looks cool. And then I got some walnut and some maple. Our
truck coming home was like, poor thing. It took us forever to get home, and it was our oldest son's birthday. He turned 24 the day we went. So we left early. Tangent alert. Where's Stephanie? Doesn't she usually do our little tangent alert? So we left early that morning. We didn't see him. He turned 24. At 11 o'clock that night, we were still a ways out.
Was in Little Rock.
No, not 11. We were not in Little Rock at 11.
Well,
we were at Pine Bluff.
Hey, Taylor, me.
Anyway, I called him. He called me, and he said, "Are you going to make it here?" It would have been the first of his birthdays ever for me not to see him on his actual birthday. So he called me, and he said, "Do you want me to meet you?" And so he wanted to start driving toward where we were so that he could see me. And I said, "No, I think we can make it there." We made it back at 11:30. So it was 11:40. Yeah. 11:41, actually. Yeah, so I got to see him for 19 minutes of his birthday.
But we went up there and got all the materials and supplies, and I've ordered drawer slides and T-track and all kinds of stuff to make this awesome workbench. And so that's why I ordered the Dalmax last night, was because I was trying to think of the joinery methods. Of course, I'm piddling around looking at the domino, but every time I look at that thing, it's like $1,500 plus you have to buy a couple $100 worth of dominoes to use it. I'm like, $2,000. That's a lot of money. And so I started looking at the Dalmax, and it's like a couple $100, but it's supposed to be just as strong and as precise as a domino. And so that's why I bought the Dalmax. Long story short. And what'd you do?
That was you.
It sounded like you did.
That was you, though. That was not me.
I don't know about all that.
I didn't.
My hand's right here. How am I going to go do that?
I didn't move. Maybe
y'all hear that? Y'all heard
it? Is this the noise that everybody hears? Or
anybody else hear the knocking, or is it just me?
I did not make a noise. I was reading my little notebook here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's Cheryl Taylor that does our tangents. Is that what Taylor made us saying? I think so. Oh, Lloyd, you would just back him up. Georgia Peach
He got him
in
back.
the house. Hey, Michelle Cashel.
Matthew Riley heard it too.
What?
Matthew Riley heard it too.
Hey, Cassandra. Do I have Georgia written down? I don't think I do.
So, on the Workbench.
It was a ghost. Yep.
On the Workbench build, my plan is, and I'm working, if you haven't visited Taylor Tools or taytools.com, there's a link in the description below to them. He and I are working back and forth. He's come up with an idea for a portable workbench or a modular type workbench. And I think I may be speaking out of turn, but I think he's going to let me do the build video of it. And basically you take like 1 2x12 and you can make this awesome.
Ford's Papresto said Holy Spirit knocking.
You can make this awesome portable workbench that you can attach it to your tailgate or to sawhorses or to your assembly table. It's got all kinds of clamping, vertical clamping, horizontal clamping. Like, it's awesome. I'm telling you, man. $17 is what he told me he bought his 2x12 for. And he was able to create this fantastic thing. It's going to be awesome. But I'm going to build my workbench first, my assembly table, and then build the portable workbench. And that way it can actually attach to my assembly table and I can have vertical clamping and things like that. So I think it's going to be really cool.
Who's crying?
Coda. Great Grandpa, do not have a biscuit joiner.
So one of our dogs evidently is having a come apart in there. So we apologize for that.
Did you text her?
I did. Okay, let's go ahead and call out the states that I've got.
Hey, Brett.
It's Charlie.
Why is she crying?
It's Charlie that's crying.
Well, they need to give her, you know what, secret.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, we'll take care of that. Ohio, Florida, Oklahoma, Texas, Wisconsin, New York, Washington, Thailand, Alaska, North Dakota, Kentucky, South Carolina, North Carolina, Maine, Missouri, Utah, Australia, Connecticut, Canada, Virginia Beach, Nevada, New Mexico, Georgia, Arkansas, Alabama, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Michigan, California, Minnesota, Alabama, Michigan, if I didn't already say that. And I think that's all I've got for now.
Somebody said that they were from Indiana.
I don't see any.
Did you say Indiana? But they're coming to Arkansas on vacation. It's hot. It's going to be hot.
It's really hot. I said Tennessee.
Best starter planer, Steve. I would look at the Win 13-inch planer, about $250, I think, $250 ish. Don't quote me. I don't know what these. Go to Amazon, Win 13-inch planer. Search that. A lot of people have a lot of good reviews on that. Did you say Texas?
I did say Texas.
Hey, Woodcraft, what's up?
We have several on here from New York tonight, too.
New York.
South Texas.
Brother Riv, that's right. They do have some really nice builds.
We have Mississippi. Yay. Fuzzy Bottoms 34, Vicksburg, Mississippi. Hillsboro, Kansas. Louisiana. We got a lot of extra ones on here. Yep. Okay, good.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining us.
It's been a crazy day around here.
Hey, it dropped down in the 80s yesterday. We cooked chili.
That's not why we did it.
Oh.
We wanted to see how it would taste to do the chili on a smoker.
What's up, Butterback?
I don't know if we did something wrong, but I didn't really taste much of a difference. Not enough. I make a good homemade chili though, and so I didn't taste a big enough difference to warrant doing that. I think Charlie's crying. You can give her to me.
I know, what are you doing? I was like, what? What are you doing?
Just put it right there, and you can set her down. You won't be on camera.
Yes, sir.
So I think the problem is that he's been out in the shop all day.
Yep.
And if you know what a daddy's girl is, if you multiply that by like 1,000, you get Charlie.
No.
She loves her daddy.
She does.
She's cold. She's cold, daddy. She needs Pinky. You got to get back on track. Do you have space for a 4x8 vertical CNC in your shop?
I don't.
What's up, Greg Hicks?
I'm maxed out on space, y'all.
As a matter of fact, in order to build anything right now, he is stepping over things and pushing things into others, and like
it's rough.
Hear me, baby.
So the reason is I've got a lot of that. I've got a lot of the lumber or supplies and things in there for the workbench, and so it's really cramped right now.
Ian said it went from 115 to 70, like it saw his state trooper last week.
Yeah, that's hot.
That's funny. Yeah, but he said it dropped to 70.
That's good though.
Yeah, that's a good drop.
I don't even know what. I ain't never even seen a vertical CNC. It's interesting. I've never seen a vertical one.
I think it was Phantom 4 that said that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I've never seen one. Rolf says it sounds like his workspace. It's rough.
Damon, I believe the dowels are maple, so they're hardwood. Almost certain they're maple.
Oh, Becca says throw a teaspoon or 2 of bacon grease in your chili. Sometimes we grind our own beef, and sometimes I add bacon to my beef. Sold
a big old brand new shop bacon. There, Brother Ria.
Bacon is good with everything.
I done messed it up again.
What'd you do?
There it goes. I shrunk everybody's little comments.
Let's go ahead and do our Sawdust Spotlight, because I think you forgot about it.
I did. I smooth.
And it's a cool one, y'all.
It is.
I'm sure some of you have already seen it.
Yeah, if you're on the community, facebook.com/groups/731 Woodworks on the community. Check this out. This is from Alden Mendoza. Wooden robots. Wooden super robots.
He said that he made them with using basic carpenter tools.
Hacksaw, hammer, chisel.
Like, check that out, y'all. That is insane.
He's got like very, very detailed. Check it out.
That is insane to me.
That's talent. Like, that's really cool.
I wonder if he ships those. Surely, right?
I'm assuming.
Look at the drawing beside that one. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm. That's really cool.
You don't feel good today.
Really cool. Good job.
She's been under the weather all day today. Look at her.
Yeah, she's tired.
Well,
don't feel
she
good.
Just ain't felt good today.
Don Grundy, I agree. I don't think you can. Of course, the Scott Wiener from the Crafty Wiener may disagree because he's got a big place he's just got, but I think you can fill up just about whatever space you got.
It would take a lot to fill up that space he has right now, though. Goodness.
Thank you, Woodcraft. Yeah, I was able to CNC out my logo in a piece of ambrosia. I actually made I made 3 of them, and we gave one to Mr. Mark, and then we kept one, and then we also gave one to someone else up there, Justin, who met us at Working the Grain and shook our hands and got to meet some people. So,
did you say what Lee? I don't know if I'm gonna say. I don't want to butcher your name.
Lavorne.
Any woodworking videos in the making. Love it when you are making something.
Yeah, I'm fixing to do a workbench build. Mm-hmm. I've also got a storage chest build that's already filmed, and I'm actually working on the edit now. And so that'll be out next week, the chest build. And then we got some, actually got some cutting board video we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And
I'm excited.
And so we got a lot of stuff, man. We got the workbench build. There's an add-on piece to the workbench that I want to do. At some point in the next month and a half, 2 months, I'm going to build a miter station. And I got a lot of stuff coming up, lots of stuff.
Brett Lemke said he went from a 30 by 50 to a 12 by 25 zero wall space. Ooh,
Michelle Cochelle, I agree. Needs to be a next big purchase.
Expansion. Tell you what, I feel like that we would be so much better off if we just sold our house and bought something different around here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everything that he has going on, there's just not... Like right now, looking around in this room we're in right now, it's so packed.
Well, because I haven't built shelves, I hadn't had time to build shelves. We're going to put some shelves over there to display some of the awesome gifts we've been given, and also some camera equipment and things like that. But yeah, it's just turn her mic up. They say it every time. You're on the other side.
Am I not loud enough? Is that better? I always try to stay close to it. I just don't stay as close as you.
Yeah. Danny, check out the video I got coming out Thursday. Wants to elaborate on hardwood and exotic costs. Just thought hardwood right now is you can buy it as cheap on some species, as cheap or cheaper than pine.
Tailor made, you have
crazy.
to. You may have to go into your settings and reset it and put it on 720, and it might clear it up for you. Sometimes it does that to me. Somebody was saying, I lost it. Can you build onto where you're at? That Lloyd was asking that. Not really.
Not much, because it's only about 10 feet to the property line. I guess we could buy that lot, but they want way too much for these lots around us. So,
and our backyard is not where you could build because it's a steep drop. It would take
a lot of dirt work to level everything up. And I don't know. It's a 2-car garage, and I'm quite comfortable in there. Other than it's cramped, but I know a lot of you guys are in 1-car garages or even less storage sheds. I started out in storage shed. I like that I can just step down into the shop or the gym, depending on what time of the day it is, and work, and then just step right back in. I got a bathroom, kitchen, everything's in here. Would it be awesome to have a big shop with everything else in there? Yeah, but
Robin,
I'm not going to complain too much.
Robin Rimped, it depends. If he says he's having trouble in Central Mississippi finding someone who sells hardwood. If it's something small, how big did they say they would ship? Up
check
to 8
out
feet?
Yeah, contact Working the Grain Hardwoods. Mm-hmm. It's WTGHardwoods.com. They have their contact information on. They can ship up to 8 feet long by 12 inches wide boards. So, and when y'all got to see this video, he explains everything on how he ships it, how it's milled, what type of lumber you're going to get when you get it, if it's going to be good, it is, and how to calculate the board feet, we went through a whole lot in this video about the process of actually going into a lumber store, what you need to be asking, all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be a good video. It comes out Thursday, but yeah, check him out, and he can ship you some stuff. So
she has felt bad all day long. This is the first time she's been up today. She's been in bed all
Josh.
day. She's barely up. Phantom says you can always build up, no property taxes.
That's right, Damon. Got to go through that green door.
Becca's super pumped for the video. But the person who was asking earlier about elaborating on hardwood, that's going to be a great video for that.
Yeah. So,
y'all, this dude is so good.
Yeah, he's Mr. Mark, very intelligent and knows a lot.
Yes.
He knows a lot about the wood. How do I keep my garage clean? I vacuum it up after every project or at the end of every day. And then I also leaf blow it out the door. I'll throw the door up and leaf blower it. I want to get dust collection, but that's not high on my priority list right now.
Oh, Dexter, that would be awesome. He said he'd love to have a shop with an independent bathroom, office, and paint room.
Yes. I'd love to have one with a paint room. That would be sweet.
Out of all of that, the paint room.
Well, I mean, bathroom, we can just step outside. I'm just saying. But we
have neighbors.
There, not there. That side's free and clear.
That's why the grass don't grow over there. That's terrible.
But the paint room would be fantastic because you could paint and then come back and work and not worry about the dust. So yeah, that's cool.
Oh, she's so sweet.
She's rotten.
She's so sweet. So ever since he's been we call it a stay-at-home Iggy Daddy. Mm-hmm. She's wanting you. She's become even more rotten than normal. She's almost to the point you can't handle her.
She wants down.
Put her in her bed. Oh, welcome. Is it Coulter Danes? Says first time getting to catch us live from Arkansas.
Hey.
From Boonville, Arkansas.
Boonville.
Always look forward to y'all's content. What's she doing?
She's into the packages over there. I got some epoxy laying over on the floor.
Ian says his space is a 7x10 slab, but have access to one outlet. It's a struggle.
Yeah, I've been there, done that, man.
When he first started, he had no electrical outlets. He had no electricity in the shed.
I had to run a cord.
Yeah, and he didn't have a whole shed. He had like a 3 foot by 5 foot.
It was a small section.
Yeah, even if that, I don't know. He didn't do anything inside.
Woody's Woodwork says I can purchase either a table saw or a track saw. Do my best. My online research, reviews, videos. Do you have a track saw or use one? Can you give a suggestion on a table saw? I don't have a track saw. I can see where those things would be extremely beneficial. However, there's certain things that you can do on a table saw that you're not going to be able to do on a track saw. I personally, if I was choosing between the two, I would pick a table saw because you can always just buy a straight edge, like a Swanson 8-foot straight edge. It comes apart, you put it together, and it comes apart into 4-foot sections, or you can put it for storage, put it together, and then you can actually clamp that down and then use that as your track saw with a circular saw. So I would prefer to have my table saw. I got a table saw sled. You know, you got all, there's so many jigs and things you can do with the table saw that I think it would be more beneficial.
I just text for somebody to come get her. Austin Sharpless says, you were one of the first people I started following and used for inspiration.
Thank you. Yeah, I've heard Revive Woodworks says he has the wind track saw and it's very good for the money. I've heard that too. I've heard it's very good.
See if she'll go with you. Here.
So, update on my
full-time
dog sitters.
Dog sitter, so that Mo can be part of the show.
Better back. What's the price difference between hardwood dealers and the traditional box stores? Was it more expensive or less expensive on your trip? If you don't mind me asking. Mr. Mark gave us the hardwood as a gift, so he gave us walnut and maple. So I didn't buy it. However, we bought the plywood, and it's $25 a sheet cheaper through him than it was. And this is Baltic birch, 3/4 inch Baltic birch, $60 a sheet. Go to Home Depot right now. Go to the sanded plywood 3/4 inch, see what it's pricing. $85 to $100 depending on where you're at in the country. So he was selling it. What he actually bought it before all the price spike, and he didn't raise his prices just because the prices are up. He's still selling it to everybody, not just me, everybody for that price. It's marked on the video. You can see the prices wrote on the thing. But so like walnut and maple and cherry and some of the domestic hardwoods is very reasonable on his pricing. Like you could probably get a lot of that stuff cheaper than you can get.
Becca said, holy cow, that's a fair price. Garrett Galloway says, thank you for making this content. I've made a few noodle boards and just finished my first coffee table thanks to the tips from your videos. And Phantom says this is his first time.
Thank you,
and he loves our shirts.
Thank you. Jonathan Haney asked what was on our shirts. It says Jesus, checkmark, coffee, checkmark, sawdust, checkmark. And I actually bought these from a seller on Teespring. They're not ours. I bought them from somebody else. But I did put their link in the description below. We were the first customer. They reached out to us on Instagram and said that said they had a shirt or whatever.
Well, and they didn't know. I mean, it wasn't this design.
No, it wasn't this design. I told them this. So we wear Christian-based shirts on the show and on the videos. If you make one of those, I'll look into it. Well, they come out with this one. And of course, I bought her and I one.
How did they know about coffee?
Oh, I don't know. Everybody loves coffee.
Oh,
if you everybody loves Jesus and coffee.
Okay, so
and
just
some
wait
of us love sawdust.
The things that he made out there today, they're for my classroom and Mo's classroom. We are setting up coffee
stations,
coffee bar, coffee station.
What you should do is charge other teachers to come drink your coffee. Starbucks is charging $3.50 a cup.
Do y'all want to? I know Becca will want to see this. Do y'all want to see a sneak peek of what Mo's classroom is?
Y'all could have the market cornered in the teachers in the school, supply and demand. You could probably get $5 a cup.
Yeah. We'll do y'all want to see a sneak peek? I'll get it ready. I'll send it to you. Mo won't get mad.
Playing crazy as long as you keep the sawdust out of the coffee. There have been times that I think I've probably drank some sawdust.
Yeah, I think I drank some today. We had some teas out there, and we had lids on them with straws, and I was trying to keep the straws covered, but I'm pretty sure that we got some sawdust.
Thank you, Faith Art.
They felt a little bit more, like they had more fiber in them than normal.
Did you send me something?
Yeah, I did. Put it on there. I sent 2 pics. I'll show y'all a sneak peek of Mo's classroom. So her
theme. Here you come. Ready?
Yeah. Her theme is
hey,
plants,
look, it's
basically.
a classroom.
Natural plants, that sort of thing. So we've only gotten started, But that's some of her stuff. And then she's going to create a word wall, but she's trying to do like a natural calming effect. So we started working on it.
Yep, looks good.
A little extra
she's
fiber,
happy.
Right.
Kelly O'Neill, how do you nicely tell friends and family that you can't give them a discount? I just give them a price, and then that's the price. And if they want, say, can you give me if you want, yeah, get that deposit. If they want it lower, say, I just can't right now. You know, it's cost of wood's up. You know, just be honest. Say it's cost of wood. It's going to take me this amount of time to do it. So,
Kay McClarney, I hate not being able to see up close with my glasses. Says, can I suggest Jesus, Sawdust, fishing, beer?
Hey, whatever floats your fishing boat.
That's right. I had never seen a more devout fisherman than his mother. Guy. His mother, when we first, hey Cheryl, we were talking about you earlier. No, we're not in school right now. We start back. Well, students.
They're just getting a room ready for next month.
Students start back August the 16th, but I've been working today doing lessons. It's going to take the rest of the summer to get my stuff ready.
CNC update, Joey. I haven't done an update video yet. I actually haven't had a whole lot of time to play with it. Maybe once a week or so, I'll get out there and make it do something. And sometimes it does what I tell it to, and sometimes it does exactly what I tell it to, and I didn't know what to tell it.
Hey,
what's up?
You know what time it is?
It's power tip time. This is power tip. If you're in the market for T-Track, and listen, I have searched the internet until I reached the end of the internet and had to turn around and come back. If you actually want to buy some affordable T-Track, and by affordable, I mean, this stuff costs a lot anyway for what it is. It's aluminum. If you're looking for T-Track, Peachtree Woodworking is where I bought some, and they've got the best prices I could find anywhere on T-Track. I looked at Armor, I looked at Rockler, I looked at Amazon, which I wasn't real trustworthy of Amazon because I don't know what I'm getting. I don't want really flimsy, thin metal. I wanted good T-Track. And so I went on to Reddit, and people were talking about how good Peachtree Woodworking, and I think they're out of Georgia too. Peachtree Woodworking was good. Peachtree Woodworking Supply, I think it's actually ptree.com or something like that.
Welcome to the channel. Thomas Strike says he's new to our channel.
Welcome.
Married Man said charge relatives 50% extra and thank them for their support.
Yeah.
Damon called it the family markup. And then I don't know how to say your name. Cage. I'm not even going to try that. He said that the last person he gave a discount to, he did it because they bought the wood and then they brought him homemade apple pie.
Hey.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
I made a homemade sweet potato pie for my oldest son for his birthday. That's what he wanted. Had never made one of them suckers before. He told me he wanted me to make it because his grandma always made it. And I said, okay, does she make the crust? Because we were short on time, y'all. He was like, yeah, I think so. So I do homemade crust and I do homemade everything. And then my daughter walks in and she's like, you know, grandma just buys her crust, right?
That's hilarious.
And then he still told me he liked his grandma's better.
Well, I mean, grandmas, you know, they cook. That's what grandmas do.
They do have a really good grandma. A really, really good grandma.
So, with the T-Track, I wound up buying...
Brother Riff says his birthday's August 16th.
I saw it. I popped it up on the screen.
Oh, I didn't see that. Becca, everybody said it was really good, but I don't eat sweet potato pie. I love sweet potatoes, and I love pie. But the two just don't seem to
Dorian, it says Jesus Coffee and Sawdust. There's a link in the description below to the people who I bought this from.
Thank you, Becca. Says when I'm the grandma, everything will automatically be the best. But my daughter will not eat anybody else's chicken and dumplings because of mine. And our youngest son won't eat anybody else's homemade spaghetti or spaghetti in general because of mine. So,
welcome to JS9133A. Appreciate your service.
Oh, that's his first live edge.
Yep.
Oh, he's an officer. It is a great escape from
the madness. You, Alan. Yep. It's crazy out there, man. Be safe. Be safe. Yeah, these shirts, I don't know, some other people are new here since we saw it, but it just says Jesus Coffee and Sawdust, and there's a link in the description below. It's not ours, so if you buy them, they'll be totally shocked that they got a rush of customers. I think it would be awesome if a few of you went and bought their shirts. I don't know them.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know them from Adam.
We
I
were
know
their
that,
very first customer.
Yep.
I didn't know that at the time.
I didn't either, actually, until I ordered it. And I told them, they messaged me on Instagram talking about shirts or whatever, and I was like,
John Burton. You may have already saw that, and I just didn't hear you. You know, I spend a lot of time not listening to you when we're on these.
On these? Or just in general?
Oh.
Hey, J-Man.
I don't know if it's Key or Kai. Ordered a T-track from Amazon. It works great. Not
good deal.
That's awesome.
So I actually made an order from Rockler for clamps and different things, T-track accessories, and also from Armor. They've got some toggle clamps.
Wait, hold on. J-Man 42 DC. Is that one of my kiddos?
I would assume, since it says J-Man and DC.
Who is that? Who is J-Man?
Hank, yes. I would have normally ordered from Taylor Tools. I really like working with Taylor Tools. They're help on the channel. I'm an affiliate. However, he was out of the 4-ways and was going to be a couple months before he could get any more of the intersections in. So I actually didn't buy from him because of that, because he didn't have the stuff I needed at the time.
J-Man, I want you to put your name on there so I can see who you are. You can just put your first name.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Haney says, when you're a believer, everything you should do should be faith-based.
That's right.
You know, that is something that has started for me since we've been doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's it has taught me that more than anything. Like he has been such an inspiration for me. I know you guys say that all the time, and I tell them all the time. But we feel so unworthy of it. But yeah, it's. Yep, Jesus was a carpenter.
Phantom 4, good at contact email.
Oh, Josh.
731woodworks@gmail.com. Josh, do we have something for you?
Yeah, so Josh is an aspiring little carpenter. And we have something else for you, Josh. Somebody
Thank
sent
you, Greg.
something for you. I like it when Lloyd calls you Mighty Matt.
Faith Art says your videos you opened up Etsy, gave me the courage to start my own Etsy shop. Awesome. How's it doing? I hope it's doing well.
I love her name, Faith Art. Somebody was asking about OfferUp. Did you see that?
No.
I meant to get back to it and forgot.
JS, preparing for a glue up on walnut Allen top. Would you recommend doweling? Yes. Biscuit? Yes. Pocket holes? Probably not on walnut. I'd probably stay away from that on walnut.
Oh, Greg is repping us in Baltimore.
I saw
that. Somebody asked if we had ever sold anything on OfferUp.
I have not.
I can't remember who asked that, but no, we've never used that.
I've never used that. But around here, I don't know that there's a whole lot of traffic. We're in a rural area, so it's not a lot of traffic on there.
Faith Art says, pretty decent 20 orders since April when I started it. I don't know if you say anything to her about running ads either.
It's on the video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you'll put a $3 ad on some of that stuff, if you've got a few products, put a $3 a day ad on there, and it'll help 3 to 5, whatever you can, if you can swing that. It'll take a couple of weeks for everything to pick up. So you may pay for 2 weeks and not get nothing, and then all of a sudden it'll start going.
Josh, I'm glad you're on here with us tonight.
Miss Cheryl, yeah, you can use hardwood or pocket holes on hardwood. They have hardwood specific screws or a tighter thread pattern. So yeah, you can easily use those on there.
He was using a cool little tool I've never seen him use before
to
scrape our wood.
Oh, a card scraper.
What is it?
A card scraper.
I've never seen him.
So I've been seeing some of these other woodworkers on YouTube use card scrapers, so I bought one. I don't know, they're like $6, $5-6. It's basically just a flat piece of metal. You can actually scrape a lot of that glue off before you sand or all that stuff. They work well.
Sometimes you have big hair days here in Arkansas with our humidity.
We've had a lot of humidity, and it's so hot out there. I ordered a dang air conditioner May 18th. Okay. Still ain't here. Finally.
Listen, nobody need to hear about your air conditioner
Finally got to cancel my order. Northern Tool finally gave my money back. I won't never deal with no Northern Tool again. And they finally gave my money back, so now I ordered through Amazon. It's supposed to be here July 14th.
That's funny. Tangent alert.
But it's hot.
It was 90 Monday in New York. It's just been hot. And we're going to the beach late.
Yes, I do, Alan.
It's going to be
I
really
suffer
hot.
from bad hair days.
When the humidity is high. I do, y'all. My hair, it doesn't grow long. It grows wide.
Adam, sweat to cool the shop. I got a fan, one of those, 18-inch jobs or whatever. But
it is redonkulous, Becca. Betterback says, "What's your reason for no pocket holes on walnut?"
So on my table that I'm building, the frame's going to be walnut, and I don't want to use pocket holes because it's going to be like a 3x3 legs with a pretty beefy frame, and I don't want to risk any splitting of that. And the longer screws, the bigger screws aren't hardwoods; they're softwood screws. So and for my bench, I want it to be like super sturdy and last like a long time, and maybe my grandkids can get it one day or something.
If we ever have grandkids.
Yeah.
None of our kids want kids. Yeah, Cassandra,
But as
I
far
don't
as
have curly hair, I just have frizzy hair.
On the tabletop, Betterback, if we're talking about the tabletop the guy's putting together, it would just make hardwoods don't do as well with pocket holes if you're joining the tabletop where you're doing face to face. So I just prefer, if he's got a biscuit joiner or if he's got a dowel, it would be much better if he done it that way versus pocket holes. I like pocket holes.
Hello,
I like pocket holes. I'm not saying pocket holes are bad. I'm just saying
the
other two methods would be better.
Damon says, "What do you think about insulating the garage door?" We did that.
I did.
To ours.
Yeah, I put some foam insulation on mine, just some styrofoam ones, and it helps. It actually helps more in the winter, seems like, than the summer, but it does help.
And
it's not gonna, like, if it's 105 degrees outside, it's not gonna, like, and the east sun comes up and hits mine all morning, so it's not like it makes it cool in there, but it helps a little.
Kay Hamilton, how do you pronounce your name, Kai or Key? Where can I get card scrapers? Having a hard time.
Woodcraft has them. Woodcraft.com. I think that's where I bought mine. Rockler has them. TaylorTools.com has them. Yep.
R.H. Harley says that same across Canada. It's been 90s in British Columbia on the West Coast. Got above 100. And they still can't get a hold of the wildfires that started from lightning. Darn.
Better pack my hate my own craft now.
See, Ian, I think we would be the best grandparents ever because, I would bake everything and fatten the kid up, and then he would do anything for the kid because,
Better back. I've got the chest build that I've got coming up, a storage chest build. It's got more pocket holes in it than you can count. So.
I want grandkids so bad. Like, everybody at work is having babies or grandbabies.
There you go. Joe Williams says DFM Toolworks makes some very nice card scrapers. If anybody's interested. JS, that's why. So I used dowels on this desk, and I was first time I'd ever used them because I want to expand my knowledge and try to get better at different things. I'm pretty good at pocket holes. I've been doing them a long time. I want to try new things. That's part of the channel's growth and my growth, and so that's why you tried dowels on this. Stuff didn't line up perfect. But you know what? It's all right. I just cut it back down, and we kept rocking it, and the desk still works. So give it a try.
He said I have 164,000 plus grandbabies. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
No pressure mode. That's right, Damon. No, pronounced Kai, like pie.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you, Kai.
Jerry, a card scraper's thicker than a razor. So a card scraper actually you can sharpen the edge of them up. You're actually supposed to sharpen the edge of them up a little bit. But
I thought he was
it's
crazy
like a
with
flat,
whatever he was doing.
It's a flat piece of metal. And so, you can just, when you scrape it, it actually pulls, it's almost like you're planing the wood slightly. You actually pull a little bit of shavings off. So if you got two pieces, like today, I had two pieces of leopard wood that come together and the glue squeezed out, between the two. And I didn't wipe it and smear it and all that stuff. I just let it dry. And then I take this card scraper and just both hands just like that. And it just peeled it right up, put a little bit of the wood up and made a good, clean, flat, nice little seam. You can't even see the seam now. It's awesome.
The leopard wood is mine. Mo's is made out of Purple Heart. Both of them are beautiful woods. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that.
Aw. First time I said something on your chat. Really appreciate your ideas on best-selling builds. Yay.
Hey, Josh.
Alan said he definitely would not argue adopting us. He's got 3 boys, ages 10, 8, and 4. I miss our kids being little. Mm-hmm. But then sometimes I'm like, oh, good, I don't have to get out of bed today if I don't want to. I'm just make kids do
Here, I'll show you what we built today. So this is, I didn't do a video on these, so they're there. So that's Purple Heart. You can actually see the Hardwood or sapwood, some people call it right there, that light colored
so
sweet.
Pretty.
It's beautiful. And I just put that Odie's oil on there. Mm-hmm. Ooh-wee.
So pretty.
And then Miss 731 got her leopard wood. And so
leopard wood is my favorite.
Yep, she loves leopard wood. So that's what the leopard wood looks like. And y'all, it's just finished with, I mean, just dowel together. So it's really simple. Nothing fancy going on here. But you can see, though, there's actually 2 pieces of leopard wood all the way around. So, and then just 1 piece of Purple Heart.
Josh from Massachusetts is in his shop trying to jam out a kitchen. Thank you for filling his earbuds with some good entertainment. Been a pleasure watching you grow as a channel and woodworker. He has grown a lot.
Thank you.
He has.
Yeah, plain crazy. That's some pretty wood. Pretty. It's basically when so it'll actually start turning brown on you a little bit if you're not, if it gets
we did better back
air on it or whatever. Yep. I just use regular dowels, not beadlock. They're just.
Thank you, great grandpa.
Thank you, great grandpa.
Thank you, Becca. I feel like I grow as a person watching him all the time. All the time.
Dwayne, it can, if you don't seal it with anything, it can. The Purple Heart could lose its color. It basically, the air, I don't know what the right term is, oxidizes or whatever. So it takes some of the purple. If you resand, like today, when I was working with it, some of it had already lost its color just from being in the garage. When I sanded it or whatever, come right back, throw that Odie's on there. Well, bam. It's awesome.
I did not know it would do that. RH says, I know how y'all feel about restoration projects, but I do many of them and repairs or touch-up repairs, and I stopped using chemical strippers altogether and just scrape finishes off.
That's better.
We're actually going to do
I want to do a restoration.
Mm-hmm. We want to get, we really want to
I don't want to do them for people. I don't want to restore for other people, but I do want to do one.
We have an old marketplace, and y'all can tell us if y'all would like the whole process of us going to the marketplace and looking through stuff. It might even be fun to show 2 or 3 items from the marketplace and put it out to you guys and let y'all pick what we do with it. So maybe it could be some type of viewer choice or something. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all let us know. Mo and I are actually gonna go. We were gonna go to the marketplace today to look. We want to get something and make it or restore it for her classroom. We want to do some type of restoration.
More island advice, please. What should I use to seal walnut? You can use lacquer. Works well. Or if you want to do an oil finish, look at a white coat. A white coat Danish oil is a good finish. You can then put some type of buffing compound on top and kind of give it a satin sheen. Stubby Nubs, I believe, done a good video on that. I actually watched a couple days ago, so go check him out.
Jim Mugford says that he uses your videos in his high school woodworking class.
That's awesome. Hey, man.
That's awesome.
Give me a holler, man, if you want to. I'd zoom in with you one day and talk to your class if you want me to. That'd be cool.
He loves doing that stuff. He's done that with my classes. As a matter of fact, my student that was on here earlier tonight, he's an aspiring little woodworker. So, yeah, he loves that kind of stuff. What are your thoughts on water-based polyurethane?
I like it.
You disrupted me.
Oh, sorry.
Steve Pina wants to know. I can't.
Perna.
I can't see with my glasses on.
Varathane has a really good water-based polyurethane as well as General Finishes if you want to pay the extra for General Finishes. But
let's just make this
Varathane to me is just as good as General Finishes. I started out using General Finishes, but it was like $30 a quart, and I switched to Varathane water-based poly because it was $20 a quart.
What is your Delta table saw model?
36725. They have the T2 model out now.
Rick Kauter wanted to know. He said 7 was thinking is it 7:35?
When in doubt, lacquer is the route. Man,
a 7-foot antique transom window. Oh my gosh. Revived Woodworks is turning it into a mirror frame.
That's cool.
Wow.
Somebody want to know William Lake, everybody lumber from Amazon.
Good night, Jonathan Haney.
I bought a box of it, a scrap box from Amazon. It got a lot of cedar and poplar in there and a couple of pieces of Purple Heart, but it's real small little pieces. If you want to buy from somebody, I highly encourage you to contact WTGHardwoods.com. You guys are awesome, don't you?
Ray Rodriguez tried the dowels and went through the same thing.
Oh, on the alignments. Mm-hmm. That's why I bought the Dowel Max, because it's supposed to be like dummy proof and very accurate, very precise.
4Dub, I like that. 4Dub, yes. 4Dub Woodworking says, appreciate your videos, especially the business advice. 4W is opening for business in part due to you.
That's good.
Thanks from, I'm not going to say that right. Airdrie?
Airdrie.
I don't know. David
Becca
says to hit that like button.
Becca, the lacquer is so forgiving, because even if you mess it up, when you put the next coat on, it re-wets the undercoat, and so it's almost like you can't mess it up. So give it a try.
Prayers, Guy Bowers, prayers. And while we're talking about prayers, let me ask for prayers, because I know we do this a lot, and I know y'all prayed so hard for the little baby who's doing good. But a very good friend of mine, I was pretty absent from Facebook for a while. Our moderators probably noticed that like nobody was there. But a very good friend of mine, she actually works with me, and we've become really close. Her 15-year-old daughter was in an extremely bad four-wheeler wreck last week. And she was at her dad's, and that her dad was able to take her to Children's Hospital in Little Rock, but her mom was here, and her mom was actually on a lawnmower mowing and didn't even hear her phone. They come and got her. She took off up there. She had turned around on her four-wheeler looking behind her and was going through a curb and hit something. Anyway, it threw her off, and her face hit culvert. It broke her jaw on both sides. And she had just got her braces off. She has a beautiful smile. A 15-year-old girl, you can only imagine what this has done to her. 3 of her teeth got pushed up to here in her nasal and almost into her eye. It broke out one of her front teeth, and it chipped 1 or 2 other front ones. Anyway, they had to do surgery. They had to do 2 surgeries on her in the same day on her face. It also broke her wrist. But on the teeth, they've gone in and hooked chains to them, and they're going to try to pull them back down out of there. And she's got a very, very, very long road ahead of her. And of course, as a 15-year-old girl, her spirits were completely down. But they are the sweetest people. She was one of my students a few years ago. And there's pictures of us all over Facebook. She's a tiny little, tiny. She's this little tiny blonde-headed, beautiful, blue-eyed blonde-headed girl. And you would think she's a cheerleader or something. She's, got that look, but she's this tough basketball player that hunts and rides four-wheelers. And she used to lift me into the air and make somebody take her picture. So she got
a road ahead of her.
She's a tough thing, but if y'all will just pray for her, because
hey, Michael Van Dyke,
they mean so much to me.
Rick Calter, I've got the 3D printed insert in my Delta, so for sure, I don't know that it's helped. I guess it helped a little, not a lot, but it did help a little.
Did you see what JS said? I think it would be fun to see what you could create with one piece of 2x4x10. 2x4. I've told him I would love for him to do a challenge. Challenge videos. So you guys come up with the tools he can use and the supplies he can use, and he has so much time, like Chopped, like on the Food Network Chopped. He has to come up with some project within a certain amount of time with whatever tools is in the basket. I think that would be fantastic. So I'm just saying, opportunity. I'm just saying. The ice bucket challenge. We've done that.
Yeah, back in the day.
Whew. We have a video of our youngest son when he was a tiny little fellow doing that.
He was a little big dude.
And he had broken his hand at the time. He had a cast on. It was a challenge where they had to jump in a pool. They had dump water, and he had to get, I don't remember. I think it was jumping a pool. And he had to get in a different way because of his broken arm, but he still did it. It was a cute little thing.
Full sheet of plywood, man. There's a lot of opportunity there.
Full sheet challenge. Oof. I think a challenge would be awesome.
Yeah. We'll have to do one of those.
Yeah. You know, if more people could do it, I mean, not just you, but we could all get in on it, and then we could put it out to the community or something to let them vote and announce the winners. I think
tissue box of zebra wood. That's cool.
Do I have enough leopard left?
I got it's too thick. I need to be able to cut it down.
I want something else made out of leopard wood. Tim Liss wants to know if you're jumping on the CNC craze.
Well, I got one, but it was given to me by Carbide 3D.
And he wants to know if you have an entry level CNC idea. Good night, Lloyd Wagner.
Good night, Lloyd. So the one that was given to me, it's a Shapeco 4XXL. They've got the large and XL version. The XXL is the largest version of it. So it's a nice CNC. It was fairly easy to put together. The main issue with CNCs from somebody that's never used one is learning to be able to program the thing to do what you want it to. And so you get this awesome idea. You have to be able to translate that into the computer so that it can tell it what to do. Now, so far, I've done some simple things, but learning the software or the programming parts, for me, is the hardest part. If you're a computer guy and you can program well, yeah, they're really good.
Jason Priestler says, I challenge you to just buy a full sheet of plywood at full price. That's a challenge.
That is a challenge right there.
Cal E, celebration time. Whoop, whoop. Says, hey, 731 family, baby update. Baby Jack came in at 8 pounds 6 ounces and 2.5 hours after water broke. He was ready to be here. He
Congratulations.
Sure was. Woof, woof. When you say we, are you doing the chat? Dexter, no.
Woodcraft.
I'm waiting to do the chair, the Adirondack chair.
Yeah. Woodcraft, I do need a bandsaw. Bandsaw is one of the things I want to buy. I want a bigger table saw too, but I think a more upgraded table saw, more cabinet style. But yeah, a bandsaw would be fantastic.
I wish that we could put like a picture in the chat. I want to see Baby Jack. I love babies. Y'all, if I could just keep babies, especially newborns.
You can open a daycare. And only allow newborns dogs. When they get 4 months old, they got to go.
Thank you, Chad Castle. I can't even speak to
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you. Yeah, I love babies a lot. And I'm like a baby whisperer.
Yeah.
When a baby is crying in the store, I want to go find it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, those crazy people that walk up to crying babies or the strangers that walk up and want to touch your baby, I resist from doing that. Because
she really wants to.
But I really want to, y'all. I really want, especially when people just let the baby cry because they got stuff to do or something.
Maybe they're doing the Ferber method.
I Fockerized ours. We used the Fokker method. We loved our little prince and princess like there was no tomorrow. If y'all not ever watched Little Fockers, that is the cute. What's the other show? The first Meet the Parents.
Mm-hmm.
That is. We love that show. We quote it all the time.
Anthony Campbell says they could use some prayers.
Good night, Cheryl Taylor.
Still in the NICU, 3 pounds 14 ounces. Hoping to get her out soon. We'll definitely pray for sure.
Oh, really tough leaving her in there because of all of the stuff. They're not getting to stay with her.
Awesome, Michelle. How
do you pronounce her name? Is it Amory?
Yeah.
That's very pretty. Amory. Aw. I bet that's so hard. Our friend that had the little baby that was in NICU for so long, That's the way they were. They only got like 2 hours a day with him. It was insane. It's not enough. Oh, I just love babies. Michelle ordered one of the shirts that we're wearing and let them know. Found out. Thank you,
That's
Michelle.
Cool.
Cashel.
Night, Michelle.
Good night. Praying that Elsa keeps her distance from everyone.
Hey, D-Ball. What's up?
It's his first time live with us.
Yep.
16 years old. Work at a wood shop part-time.
Very cool.
And do my own and customer at my home shop. Thank you for the inspiration you guys rock. What?
That's cool.
That's so cool. Good night, Bruce. It is 8. Yeah, Becca, I'm the same way. Like Becca said, as a mom, I would lose my with only a few hours allowed.
Yeah.
See, the baby Maverick that we showed y'all pictures of, that's the way it was with him. It was like 2 hours a day. It is ridiculous. And I understand all these COVID restrictions sometimes, but come on, that newborn needs a mama. And
hey, Dave. Hello and goodbye.
Oh, that's funny. So Woodcraft, I want us to bring in Mr. Mark.
Yeah, I hadn't asked him yet.
We haven't asked him yet, but I told him
he's a scout or Eagle Scout leader, and I think sometimes they do stuff on Tuesday evenings.
Works.
Eagle Scout, Boy Scout. But yeah, I'd like to have Mark on.
To bring him on because I think that you guys would
especially
love
after
talking to him.
So I may see if he's available next Tuesday next week, because the video drops about buying hardwood from him or from any dealer really, but he kind of breaks down everything. And if there's questions to be answered, he could answer them, the few days after the video release.
And he's so
Moose
good.
Works. He didn't give me a price list, but he told me that if you email him, I'll send you his email as soon as we get off and if you email him, he will send you the current price list. He didn't want to give me one to put on the channel because
it changes.
It doesn't change much. He said actually in the video, you'll see, he says that prices don't actually fluctuate a lot, but they do a little. So he didn't want to give a list and it not be accurate a year from now, 2 years from now. So I will send you his email, and then you just shoot him an email and say, can I get a price list? And he'll send it right back to you.
Oh, Anthony said today was the first day we had to leave the hospital. It was not an easy task getting the wife to leave her there. I bet. Like, I just can't even imagine what parents are going through in those situations. I mean, it's,
Hey, Will or Bill.
Oh, he said, I missed it.
That's all right.
Coming in late.
Hey, we got a replay.
Love the show. We'll catch it later. Sorry, 7:31 game.
We have a
Anthony,
replay.
We'll pray for that. I mean, that's, prayers that she gets to come home fast.
Yep, very fast.
A lady that I went to church with, well, actually, we both, his ex-wife is actually family to her. When she was born, she was 1 pound something. And that was the smallest I'd ever seen that. And she was a healthy,
Yep.
So it's amazing the things the technology they have now versus back then too. Because she would have been, she's passed away now. She was older, like older. She was in her 60s?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So it's crazy.
Thank you, Timber Savage.
And I know they take good care of the babies, the hospital, but does anybody take as good care of them as the mama and daddy? No. No. Good night, Josh.
All right. We appreciate you guys. If you're done, we'll let them go.
Oh, God brought you to it. God will bring you through.
That's right.
Oh. All right.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you got some information out here that'll be useful. Be sure to come back next week. We'll have another live show. Be sure and check out the video coming out Thursday, all about buying hardwood. So let's check that out.
If you want to be a guest on the show with us,
Already ended it. No, I'm kidding.
If you want to be a guest on the show with us, reach out. Can you I'll put it in the chat.
It's 731woodworks@gmail.com.
Yeah, reach out and let us know, and we'll get with you on that.
Yep.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.